What up, fam? It's your boy Dtlf, man, back with another Around the League episode. How y'all feeling today? Hopefully, everybody in the chat is good. Let me go ahead and welcome my two special guests, man. They're becoming regulars because they're very knowledgeable. Let's go with my boy Dtlf. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Friday's almost upon us, man. How you doing?
Right. Doing great, man. Ready to talk some hoops. And also, let's bring in my good friend, Mies, the GM. Well, he used to be my favorite GM up until Rob Pelinka got shit cracking, man. What happened, bro? They coming for your job, man.
Hey, man, he took the title back, and I ain't mad at all, bro.
That's right. That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, you guys know what's been popping, man. You guys know it's a different team now. Trades went through finally.
Man,
yes. Everything we've been praying for got answered at the trade deadline, fam. And yeah, let's dive right into it. So we make the trades. You know, they're all great and they're all right. And you know, but if you had to pick one of the new acquisitions, just one, because we know we love them all. You got to pick one guy you guys like. I'm gonna start with Dtlf. Who you like best, bro?
Man, Vando the Vandalorian, man. Hey, man. Flying all over the place, man. That was the highlight of the whole trade.
Fan favorite,
Vando, man.
Talk about a true beast, man.
Oh man. 6'9", lengths out of this world, can defend, can shift like crazy, man. It's just his reflexes defensively. It's out of this world, man. Like, and he's only 23. So that means that he's only going to get even better.
We better lock that ass up for real, man. We better put a ring on it.
Sign that check, Rob.
What you got to add, my boy? What you got, Mies?
Hey, man, my answer was Vando, but just to add a little difference, I'm gonna rock with Beasley. Just because watching highlights today, man, his gravity on the floor, whether he makes or miss, you have to literally be in this man's jersey in order to respect him. He'll let that thing fly from anywhere, regardless of who's in his vicinity. And that opens up the floor for LeBron and AD to get nasty out there. It just changes the entire dynamic of the team.
He does have a quick trigger, and he's not afraid to shoot it, man.
Man,
even if it goes 0 for 7, he came out shooting. You know,
he let that thing go.
Dude had an AK-47 the next game. But yeah, okay. So you know what? I agree with both of y'all. Great picks. Can't go wrong with either one. My favorite is ex-Laker D'Angelo Russell. Ice in his veins. Bro, cold-blooded, 26-year-old young man. He left a child, you know. He left Peter Pan. He didn't want to grow up. He came back as a grown man. You know, different animal, same beast. All right, he's my favorite for multiple reasons. One, because he's the best Russell we've had in years, man.
Yes.
Like, since he left, matter of fact, you know. That's number one, man. He ain't loading no more. He finally arrived to the final destination.
That's right.
And we see what a complete product he is. Floor general, great passer, man. He has 7 assists, 1 turnover. That's what I'm talking about production, man. I'll take 7 assists, 1 turnover over 10 assists, 6 turnovers. Right? And then on top of that, he got a jump shot, man. Did y'all see the chemistry between LeBron, AD,
yes, indeed,
and D'Angelo? It's like we finally got the big three. We finally got the big three, man. But I love them all, man. You guys are absolutely right. You can't go wrong with either one. What you guys think of Mo Bamba? Debut yesterday.
I'm gonna let you take it.
Oh man, y'all already know I called this trade a long time ago, even before it happened. Man, even though he had, you know, got into a little bit of foul trouble last night, he played decent. He had three great blocks last night. And Dan had pointed out on last night, like even with Herb Jones out there, he had got into a little traveling trouble because of Bamba's length. You know what I'm saying? Like with a 7'10" wingspan, there's nothing much you can do with that. Like I know the threes are going to start falling, but him like that lob, like that pass from LeBron to him, and he posterized the play. He posterized. I can't think of his name right now, but he posterized him last night.
Hung on that thing for a minute.
Yes, that right there was energizing, man. But
yes, indeed.
Yeah, he'll come around. You just got
that wingspan you mentioned, bro. That shit is crazy. He looked like a helicopter out there, motherfucker. What you got to add to that, Mies?
Man, your boy's shot blocking ability, but I haven't watched too much of his game previous of when they announced the trade. I started watching nothing but highlights. He's not no Draymond Green, where he can hit every now and then. He will let that thing fly as well. He is confident in that shot. They didn't fall last night, but he is very confident in that shot. And when those start to fall next to Beasley and D'Lo, we gonna kill these teams.
Bro, he was shooting 39% from beyond the arc. And I know it's a small sample size, but I'll take that. You know, even if that drops down to 30%, I'll take that 30% because it'll keep the defense honest and it'll help space the floor, which means it opens up more gaps and spaces for LeBron and AD or whoever's out there to operate. You know, I don't know if you guys noticed, man, but the way we were scoring last night was so effortless. It was just different. It didn't feel like we had to go 1-on-3 like in the past, right? With the floor spacing and the shooters and the threats we had out there, you know, AD was able to feast. LeBron came on late, but he was doing this, you know, thug thizzle, man. These guys came out here it looked like D'Angelo said, effortless playing together, right? It almost looked like they've been playing for years. It reminded me when we traded for Pau Gasol and Kobe and him just came in and they looked like the next best thing since Kobe and Shaq. It was crazy to watch. But all right. So what grade would you guys give the great Rob Pelinka? We giving him props now, man. We called him out. He was, you know, Robbie P. Jr. Now he's the Rob father. You know, so what grade y'all giving him, man?
Man, I'm going quick with an A+. I don't know if I've witnessed in not just Laker history, but NBA history that I can remember a team being completely overhauled, top to bottom, into a whole new team after the trade deadline. I would have given them a double plus if we could have stole Bogdanovich from Detroit. That would have been overkill, and we would have been done for the next 2-3 years. But you couldn't pull that off. No loss. It was a great attempt. Still giving the man an A+ for that.
A+. I like it. What you got?
Hey, man, I'm going with Mees, man. A+, man. Not like he was saying, we can't name too many GMs that's able to rebuild in the middle of the season, man. And he pulled it off because this team is night and day compared to the team that we had starting off in the season, man. You know, when we had the old roster, the red roster of the past, we was like, man, we ain't even sure this team can make the playoffs. But now this team starts clicking. Do y'all realize this team hadn't even had a full practice yet?
Man,
that is crazy.
This team didn't even have a full practice yet.
It's gonna be a wrap, bro.
Clicking,
and listen, Stephen A wants to jump on the bandwagon. Somebody let
I saw that.
There's no room on the bandwagon, bro.
Not at all.
Energy, bro.
Listen, I got photogenic memory. I clearly remember this guy saying the Clippers, right? He
said
indeed. The Clippers.
Yes.
So we need him to keep that same energy when Russell Westbrook starts showing up over there. By the way, I'm giving Rob Pelinka an A++ just because he got rid of the vampire in the locker room, right? That's what they call it. He got rid of him during the nighttime. You know how hard that is to do? At the 12th hour. That's when these motherfuckers feasting on folks. So, bro, I couldn't believe he came in here with the torch, man. He said, "Demon be gone," and it just cleansed us. He cleansed us, man. To be honest with you,
man,
it was so refreshing. I know you guys are hyped, man. I haven't stopped smiling since.
Come on, man. Hey, that sleep after a Laker victory like that, man. We ain't had a victory like that in a minute, man. It makes the pillow just that much more softer, man. Come on.
It is, bro.
Come on, man.
Crazy,
hey, man.
Bro.
I live on the East Coast, man, and I got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was worth it, man. It was worth it. It was worth it, man.
It was definitely worth it, man. And so with 24 games left, post All-Star break, how confident are you guys, man, that the Lakers will make the postseason? Scale of 1 to 10. Give me your confidence level. We're about a game and a half out of like the 10 seed, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we're like about, all it takes is us getting on like a cool 5-game winning streak, and those other teams ahead of us losing a couple.
Right.
If that could happen, then
I'm gonna say this. I wasn't as confident previous to last game after coach announced he's gonna go with that same starting lineup with Dennis Schroeder. And not to segue, if you notice, the day after he said that statement, Rob Pelinka was in the crowd last night, and he changed that lineup. So that's a whole nother something. But with this lineup, I'm not tripping. We're going to smack these fools and end up around the 8th, 7th. We about to vault up, and it's about to be a problem. It's going to be a problem in the street.
You agree? You agree, my boy? D?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going 6th seed at this point. Like I said,
oh shit!
This team ain't,
froggy, man.
Like I said earlier, this team hasn't even had a full practice yet. Once this team starts gelling together, Western Conference, beware.
It's a problem.
Beware. We coming for that 6th seed top.
I love it.
Nothing lower than the 6th seed.
And ain't nobody on the West I got an issue with. I want to see what Phoenix looks like. But
well, hold on now, Mies. You don't want to start sounding like Ja Morant now.
Right, let's pump the
brakes. All right, but I'll say this, guys. I want to be just as hyped as y'all. I only got one question, man. And my question is, can Anthony Davis stay healthy? For those reasons, I'm going to put it at an 8 because we got the tools now, but it's all about the health, right? Nothing's for sure. A 10 would be like guaranteed, you know? But I'll say 8 depending on the health of both LeBron and AD. Now, hopefully this All-Star break, you know, they can hit the reset button, come back like the bubble, you know? But that's the only if I have. But the tools are there. You guys are absolutely right. Completely different lineup. And that's what I was going to ask y'all about, man. What do you guys think of Darvin Ham's new starting lineup last night?
Robbie P came down there.
Put that.
Hey, if you don't put this starting line over here, I'm going to execute Order 66.
Ooh, hey, you know he meant business with the slick back hair, man. He came out here looking like he was about to bury somebody.
Hey, man. Slick hair Rob is a menace, man. You don't want to mess with him. He got the slick hair going on. But yeah, man, you know, many people want to give Coach Ham that credit. Coach Ham didn't have nothing to do with that lineup last night. That had to come from LeBron, AD, and Rob, and pretty much a players meeting. Like it was a report that came out earlier, saying that Ham had actually had a conversation with Schroeder, and basically telling him, okay, you're gonna be coming off the bench now. And Dennis didn't have no issue with it. So
I saw the video. He was comfortable when he started speaking German and shit. You know, bro was so comfortable. He went back to his language and he was like, he was saying all kinds of stuff, bro. But I'll tell you this, man. Listen, Dennis, I've always liked him off the bench because he's the type of player that he can go off, but he's only going to go off once every 3 games or so, right? So that to me spells bench because you can afford to have him have a bagel off the bench, but you can't afford that in the starting lineup. We know D'Angelo's going to give you his 17 to 18 a game. He's going to give you his 6 to 7 assists with his 1 or 2 turnovers max, and he's going to be under control. So I prefer that a little bit more than a potential explosion every now and then. No homo. But hopefully the league don't find me for that one. But look, bottom line is, listen, at the end of the day, I believe Dennis will even thrive even more because, like Darvin Ham said, that video you mentioned, D, about how basically he was going to be able to handle the rock more off the bench and be one of the main table setters versus in the starting lineup he's going to have to share those duties with D'Angelo now, with LeBron, and sometimes even AD brings it up the court.
Right.
So I think it's great. I would love to see Mo Bamba and AD at some point on the court together just to see what it looks like. Just to see what it looks like. Now, I'm not going to sign it up for anything because we saw Mo, he was a little out of control, but that's just, I think he's just getting his feet wet. I think he'll get better as the season progresses and as they continue to oh my goodness, look at that. Troll alert. Wow. But even with the trolls hating, bro, we're gonna block them. We're gonna.
Hey, they get nervous, man. They get nervous.
Man. You got to understand. If you wasn't doing anything, man, you wouldn't have haters. The fact that you have haters, man, knowing that knows that you're on the right track, man. They can't stand us.
The bottom line is, brother, they're watching me. I'm not watching them. You know what I'm saying? So follow the leader, I guess. Whatever it is. Right. They think I'm cute. They're taking pictures of me, using them and stuff. I don't swing that way, but I'm flattered, y'all. All right. Moving on. Do we miss anybody we traded away? For me personally, I'll say Thomas Bryant. I wish we would have kept him, but I'm okay with the Mo Bamba acquisition.
Absolutely. You know how I feel about Thomas, especially at the beginning of the season. But I feel like at this point, we upgraded defensively and may potentially have a better 3-point shooter from the 5 position with Mo Bamba. And Thomas, after getting to start, they got talking how him and AD would be a great duo and blah, blah, blah. And as soon as AD got back, he's back to the bench. I get it. I know he's like, come on, man. Y'all not even trying. Y'all not even trying to put this out there together, so I'm wasting my time here. So I get it.
Exactly.
I get it too, man. After he requested it, that is.
Yeah, I agree with Mees, man. TB, man, I miss TB because of his energy, his hustle. You know, he was able, you know, he'll shoot the three well. He was able to fight for rebounds, you know, those inside baskets and stuff. So I miss Thomas Bryant the most, man. But I, like Mees was saying, I understand why he wanted to leave. He wanted more minutes. You know, he is playing for a contract. You know, he's still young, so he has a few more years in this league to be good. So I mean, I totally get why he wanted to be gone.
Yeah, and the thing is, I do believe wholeheartedly that Darvin Ham must have promised something to Thomas Bryant that he didn't deliver. Maybe it was the starting minutes, maybe it was just playing alongside AD. I don't know what it was, but he was clearly disgruntled if he asked out. And I wish him the best, man. He's a good young man, and I like him. He plays with a lot of heart, even though defensively he was getting cooked, you know. But I do believe that part of that is because of the way he was being utilized. You don't want him as your last line in the front line, right? But if he had somebody alongside him like an AD, I think they could have really bounced off of each other really nicely.
Yes.
But that's neither here or there. Yeah, he'd probably be the only one, right? Does anybody else miss anybody in particular? Any vampires? Anything? No?
Cricket.
Cricket. All right, then not even Pat Bev, huh? Okay.
Oh man.
So, all right. So from the
I still have anxiety over them lineups, bro. I can't lie.
Oh man.
Not our 6'1" on 3 and D wing. No.
That's tough, man. This dude was guarding power forwards and shit.
Oh my God.
Couldn't believe that. But all right. From the buyout market, man, free agents still have good value. Obviously, you know, there's still a couple out there. Which one do you think has the most value for a team like the Lakers? You got Kevin Love, you got Serge Ibaka, you got Will Barton, Will the Thrill, you got Johnny the John Manuel. You guys like any of the above, or do you have anybody else in mind?
Well, for me personally, go ahead, Mees.
Well, I was about to say, I honestly can't see a fit with either one of those, especially for the fact that with this new team, we got the talented Lonnie Walker that's going to be missing playing times and getting knocked out of rotation, and he's better to me than those available players. So I can't really see anybody fitting any holes that we have right now. Personally,
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one.
That's
yeah,
the
man.
one.
Mees is on it, man. You on it. I mean, you all in my head today. So,
all right. Well, I'm gonna counter with something you said though. You don't see no benefit. I see a benefit from the standpoint of veteran leadership. For example, we go out and we grab a Kevin Love. I think he was crucial not just to the championship team, but I think he bridged the gap between the rebuild phase. And when you have so much young talent, I think a guy like that, even if you don't get a lot of PT, even just having him around on practice, just having good vibes, chemistry purposes, we need that Jared Dudley, in my opinion. You know, that like our chemistry is good already, but if you get to that next level, we get a good veteran in there. So I'm not looking at too much as a sense of playing time. I'm looking at it more for like an insurance policy. Somebody gets hurt, God forbid, or, you know, veteran leadership. So I'll agree to disagree on that one, but you're not wrong in the sense that I do feel bad for Lonnie because he should be out there, you know, getting minutes somehow. You got to figure that out, coach. Right. You know, and I don't mean no 3-guard lineups. You know,
yeah,
you know
real.
Like, I mean, if Dennis comes out here and he's Call of Duty Dennis for the night, that's when you got to plug in Lonnie.
That's right. That's right.
Right. But look. As far as veterans, man, I like Serge Ibaka as well. DeMarcus, I think, could be a good dude, man, but he might want PT just like K-Love. I'm not sure. But it'll be interesting because we do have that open roster spot, right? And it's eventually going to go to somebody, right? People have said Jay Huff. I haven't seen enough of him where I could say that would be the guy or anything like that. But good takes. Look, I agree with both of you guys. I'll say I would like a nice veteran off the bench, you know, to come in here and just rein the young guys in whenever there's adversity. You know, we're going to have adversity, especially down the stretch. 24 games left, you know? So, but all right. So now we got to talk about the big trade that happened during the trade deadline. And that's somebody slithered away to Phoenix, man. They slithered away. And they set it up too, because I heard he requested to go there. I heard they obliged. They even got ripped off because they didn't get DeAndre Ayton. They could have got like 10 first-round picks if you ask me. Because he's under contract for the next 4 years. Right, so that trade don't make no sense unless somebody ripped off their Mr. Potato Head lips and started kissing them. Right. So what are you guys' thoughts on this whole Phoenix Suns thing, man? as far as KD building his third super team of his career?
I mean, to me personally, I don't fear him at all, man. You got 3, potentially 4 dudes on your team that has trouble being healthy. KD, CP3, Devin Booker, Ayton. They've all been known to have their injury histories and stuff. And the thing for me, you still have to have a bench. Yes, they got all that firepower offensively, but we know how CP3 is going to be in the playoffs, especially in crunch moments. We know how Devin Booker going to be when he gets double teamed. He's going to be crying, flopping to the refs. we know how KD is going to be. You know, can he stay healthy? We know how Aiden's going to be if he's not afraid to back down Steph Curry. But that remains to be seen. But they got to have they don't have a bench. They don't have they don't have a bench whatsoever. I mean, Terrence Ross is not going to be enough. I'm sorry, Shamet is not going to be enough. So and even Ratatouille on the bench, campaign, he's not going to be enough.
I love it. Yes,
so
sir.
They're not going to be. I mean, Phoenix, yes, on paper they're the favorites, but like I said before, games aren't won on paper; they're won on the court.
That's right.
So it's going to come down to chemistry. It's going to come down to continuity, and like I said, I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him at all.
Brother, church, man. He preached to the choir today. What you got, Mees?
Let me say, I ain't scared, but a little sweat bubble did just, trickle down a little bit when that trade happened. They are very top heavy, but I feel like if they are healthy at the right time and that lightning can hit, I'm not sure if we've seen 2 killers like KD and Booker together, healthy on the floor with their shooting ability at the same time. It could be a problem in these streets. With our depth, I still got us, and plus we're now allowing LeBron to rest in the fourth quarter now, and AD hopefully with the depth we have, I think that could overcome their top heaviness with our athleticism and depth. But I think if they're healthy, they could be a problem in these streets, bro. They could be a problem in these streets.
That was a very honest answer by my man Mees. All right, this is what I'm gonna say about the situation, because I got to go in on Kevin Durant. This guy has played on nothing but stacked rosters his whole career, right? I've had this conversation before, how he, to me, is the most disappointing superstar of all time, meaning he's so great. We all loved him coming out of college. But has he lived up to the hype? Hell no, if you ask me, because this dude is sick. He's a 7-footer who can face up. He can take you off the dribble, cross you over. He got the 3 ball. He can play defense when he wants. He can finish above the rim. He can rebound. He can play make. He's almost a damn near perfect player. I know there's no such thing as perfection in basketball, but he's damn near close. And you mean to tell me this guy he's played on more super teams than he has championships? Come on now. He played on 3 super teams and he got 2 rings out of that. And those 2 rings, he played alongside another MVP in the league. I don't think I've seen another superstar the magnitude of a Kevin Durant that has came up short so many times. He came up that Brooklyn experiment. I said it a long time on my live stream. That was never going to work. All right, James Harden is not a winner, right? You said it too, right?
I said it too.
Kevin Durant is only a winner if he's on super stacked teams. And then Kyrie, man, he just the personalities weren't going to match, right? So when I look at the Phoenix Suns team and then I look at our Lakers, and I'm like, okay, LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. If they officiated properly, that's LeBron winning that matchup. The only reason KD got the best of him last time because he was on a stupid team. Right?
That's right.
And Anthony Davis versus Ayton. Man, if AD is healthy, he's cooking him. I'm talking.
We got that.
Yeah. I'm talking crawfish, man. He's boiling them up in the pan and he's serving them up to all the teammates. And then we look at Devin Booker, man. All you got to do is send a double team, man. That's it. And he's going to magically disappear. Harry Houdini over there.
Or Luka.
Or we could just send a single person, and that's Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He could shut all that down.
Yes. Or he could guard KD. We got a wing that could do that. Then you look at our depth. You guys talked about our depth. Oh my goodness, where do I start? Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, William Gabriel, Mo Bamba. Oh man, I would love to see that series. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yes,
right.
Me too.
But man, Kevin Durant. Can we admit that Kevin Durant has been a disappointment career-wise? The path he has taken.
And I don't know if you saw his press conference today with the Suns, and he was like, "Oh, It's unfortunate how the Kyrie situation with the Nets and how they couldn't get along. Like, dude, you gonna sit here and act like you didn't request a trade in the offseason after you sign an extension, like, and then you're gonna rescind the trade offer, like, dude, and then not only that, you're gonna come out and bash your starting lineup, dude. Like,
He's
like
a
I
snake,
said,
man.
like I said before, I don't want to hear anybody else compare him to LeBron James. That includes you, Skip Bayless.
Facts.
Hey, that's real. That's
Big
real.
fact. LeBron James does just more things, period. You know,
Exactly.
there's one thing Kevin Durant does better than the league, and that's scoring. But outside of that, LeBron James, I mean, he's not far behind. If we talking about scoring, he's number one all time.
Exactly.
You know, so you know, I don't think there's a player as multi-talented as LeBron James in this league that we've ever seen, period. You know, and that's why he's up there for the GOAT conversation. But all right, guys, man, now I hate to shift things a little bit. You know, I don't like to keep, you know, throwing all this negative energy at players because at the end of the day, Durant is an elite talent. He's going to go down as one of the greatest. So we'll give him his flowers there, right? But he is a snake, though. But but moving on, man. We got Ja Morant, man. More negative vibes with this dude, man. We're talking about a twerking gangster, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're talking about Ja Morant. He does the gritty, man. That's like twerking to me. I don't know. That's weird to me, bro. So I'm saying, like, I heard he had people pointing lasers at people, man.
Hey, man, come on, man.
We got to address this, man. This ain't even sports related, but we got to address it because there's a lot of young folks out there that think they're tough and they're hard. And I grew up in the streets. I know Mees, you know what's up. I know D, you probably know what's up. So what would you say to somebody like a Ja Morant if he were? He's not gonna watch this video, but let's just say he did out of curiosity. What you got to say to the young man?
Man, I you know, coming from Inglewood, California, born and raised, when you start to get a couple grays under here, you know, hopefully coming with some wisdom. And the first thing you're gonna learn, especially when you come into some money, is watch these fools around you. I understand you may feel like you came up with folks, but everybody don't have your best interest at heart, and they could be the very reason that entire empire crumbles to the ground. And I hope he don't find out the hard way. It's like he's getting little love taps, but he don't want that bat to come across the head where he realized I should have shook these dudes and grew up a long time ago. He don't want that lesson. You got to listen to the old heads, man. Listen to the old heads, man.
That's wisdom. That's church right there, man. By the way, me and Mees, we were neighbors and we never even knew each other, man. But I feel like we've known each other our whole life. I was from Compton Hills. You know, we were really close, man. I used to drive down there all the time, bro. Visit my auntie. It's crazy. But look,
right down the street from the farm, man.
Right down the street from the farm. My uncle still lives by there, by the way.
Oh man.
My man D, what you got to say, bro? Because I got something heavy to get off my chest with this young man.
Oh man. You know, growing up on the dirt roads of Alabama. Now I'm just playing. But other than that, man, you know, I learned about hard work and determination, man. Once you put the work in, you got to appreciate the work, you know, and your character is defined about what you have, but it's about who you are. And one thing I had to say about Ja, man, like, you're not like that, bro. Like, be you, man. Like, you got a great opportunity in your hands to make not only yourself but your family better, man. Don't blow it trying to be somebody that you're not. You're not gangster. You're not like that. So just be you. Go out there on the court. Be the best you can be. And like me said, like, these people that you have around you, like, don't end up like young Dolph. Like, don't end up like those people, you know, that had all these people around them. Not because of they wanted to be around you, but because of what you had. So you really have to really evaluate your circle, man, because the people around you sometimes they don't have your best interests at heart. They just want what you got, and they not there to support you. So, Ja, you got to really discern your circle, man, and get some positive people around you, man, because obviously you ain't got the right type of people around you to be all these folks encouraging you to point lasers at cars and stuff. Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Time out for that. And know your climate, too.
Big facts, man. Hey, they both went in. Ja Morant, listen, I was this close to purchasing his jersey. I'm a jersey collector, guys. I love the NBA as a whole. The Lakers are by far my favorite team. I got mostly Lakers stuff, but I do got Trae Young's jersey, right? I do have Luka Doncic's jersey I just copped last year after they defeated the Suns. I like young talent, man. And I was about to buy his jersey, till I found out that he was trying to be something he's not. And I'm not talking about this incident. I'm talking about a different incident, right? This dude had all the talent in the world. I loved him coming out of college. I knew he was going to be a star. The Lakers were 2 picks away from selecting Ja Morant, right? 2 picks away. In the lottery, we fell to number 4. We end up with DeAndre Hunter, who we also included in the package for Anthony Davis. But who knows if we would have drafted Ja Morant, if we would have found a way to keep him, it would have been a different story.
Right.
He's amazing, man. He is the best player I've seen with that type of agility and that type of athleticism since Derrick Rose in his prime. I love the kid, man. I wish him the best.
Facts.
Problem is, you're a role model, though, man. These children, they learn everything, bro. They're on YouTube all day. They live off of the tablets now, man. And when you're a role model, you have to set an example, man. You can't come out here pointing lasers and shit because these kids buy your jerseys and they want to be just like you. So what type of example are you setting for the kids? And as far as being hood and thug, that's not about acting that way. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself hood because I'm in the hood and because I it's a struggle every day for survival. Man, they tried to steal my catalytic the other day. I didn't install a cage, and I got the machete on deck, bro, just in case. That's hood, bro.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Listen, I don't use this. I'm not a violent person, but this is for protection here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, make sure you hit me a down up. We come with the slaps, man. Come on, man.
Hey, come on, bro.
Hood is not what you claim,
Right.
Being hood just means you represent your neighborhood properly, man. And I'm a role model for a lot of these kids. They look up to me, man. I constantly go to the park and stuff. The kids are like, "When's the next time you're gonna go to the park?" They want to sign up to go play with me and stuff. That's being hood because you're being a neighborhood role model.
Right.
You're showing these kids that I can live amongst the neighborhood with the people that aren't up to no good, and I could show them there's a more positive way to earn money and a better way to make a living. So. I'm more hood than Ja Morant. I don't care nobody says. I don't have to twerk or none of that. I don't have to point lasers, none of that shit, man. I just want Ja to grow up. That's it. That's all he got to do. Grow up. When he does, he'll realize that most of us are trying to get out of the neighborhood and move on to better and bigger things. And that's the whole point of life, is to feed your family and bless them with amazing things that maybe they wouldn't be able to have if it wasn't for your hard work, right?
Thanks,
so, man, we just had a whole sermon on Ja Morant, yo.
We had a whole TED talk, man.
We had to do it. I had to bring it up. I love the kid, man. I wish him nothing but the best. When you see somebody like him who's making it, you look up to guys like that,
Right. Especially with his level of talent.
Yeah, there's no hate coming from our side. It's just, man, I wish he was doing better things with his platform than promoting hatred and stuff like that, right? So that's all it is, man.
Yeah.
But all right, church session is over, man. We got to move on to basketball again. Let's talk about the dunk contest, man. Do y'all still get excited for the dunk contest? Because when I was a kid, man, it was an epic showdown. I mean, we had guys like Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant. We had the top of the top.
That's right.
No disrespect. We got Trey Murphy the third, man. I see him
more. I don't even know who these cats are, man. I don't know if they're G League dudes. I don't know what's going
on. Jimmy Johnson asked, just curious, can Draymond sign with the Lakers? We're talking in the offseason? I think he's unrestricted, right? But we're not gonna have the cap for it, man.
No,
nor do we want to, man. I don't know about y'all, but do y'all
want? No, not Mr. Knock him out now.
No.
Not Mr. Backpack wearing shooting Brick Star, man. We just got rid of one Brickster.
Not the Nutcracker. No. We got something.
Oh, we just killed him with that one. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure we would like him, man, at all. To be honest with you,
no, man.
We got something building and the Vandalorian anyway. So we
That's right.
Y'all know I'm a big Kyrie fan, but the team we have right now, I'm rooting for them, man. I want them to re-sign for the next 10 years, man.
Yes.
Let's build that camaraderie. All right. But like I was saying, dunk contest, man. Are y'all still excited for that thing?
No.
Nah.
The moment that killed it for me was when Dwayne Wade robbed Aaron Gordon.
Yep.
That's what did it for me.
By the way, that was the last epic dunk contest, bro.
That's right.
Yes, it was.
Aaron Gordon was like, nah.
Aaron Gordon's dunks were up there with Vince Carter's, man.
Yeah,
man. Phenomenal.
And when he said he was done with it after that, I was done.
I was done too.
Yep. And a lot of super beast dunkers didn't want to do it no more because of D Wade, huh? Man, he needed to go on somewhere with that shit, man. That's ridiculous.
That's a whole other conversation.
But I'll say this: I am rooting for Matt McClung, man, because I think it's the first time that a non-NBA player is allowed to enter the dunk contest. So he could make history. He could be the first G League player who, by the way, I think he deserves a spot to win the dunk contest. So I will be watching for that, for that purpose. But yeah, man, it's sad to see how the dunk contest has fallen off lately, man. It's really sad.
Yeah.
And then the rules too are weird. They do a bunch of dunks and they keep the highest score. That's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to one dunk?
That's right. That's right.
All right. Who do we believe is the biggest pretender 1-2 punch in the league? I got a couple, but I'll let y'all go first.
Ooh, I know at the top of the head, I'm rolling with you said the pretenders. Embiid and Harden, man. Embiid and Harden, man. They good and cute in the regular season. And with Doc Rivers, I can't see them getting out the second round. I can't see him getting out the second round.
Yeah, Doc Rivers overrated coach as well, man.
He is. Real talk.
Yep.
What you got, D?
I'm same as me's, man. Philly, man. Embiid and Harden. I feel like they the biggest duo pretenders out there, man. Because we all know Embiid. He'll beast in the regular season, but come playoffs, he gonna eat gumbo or a bad hamburger, and he'll get tummy ache and be like, oh, I can't go. So like Embiid, it's too. I mean, yeah, Embiid and Harden, man. Yeah,
Embiid and Harden are definitely at the top of my list, man. Those two dudes right there, man. But for me personally, the top pretenders of all time, just because of the expectations that were placed on them, every season.
Know where you going?
The Claw and the Brickmaster, man. They gave him a nickname, man, for a reason. They call him Way Off P in the playoffs. That's tough. Pandemic P. He got so many, man. He got so many nicknames.
Oh my God.
And I think the reason why is because he always falls flat on his face. He always has a great regular season. I used to love Paul George before he went to the Clippers.
Yeah,
he started talking out of his backside, saying crazy stuff. And he recently just added something else to that conversation.
Oh my God!
Y'all heard? I know D sent it to me. Y'all heard, right? Did you hear me?
No, I might have missed it.
All right, man. Well, I'm about to shock the world with this one, man. Paul George just said that one championship for the Clippers means more than a championship for the Lakers, bro.
Ooh.
For me, this is the equivalent of a virgin saying it's better to be single than to have a girl, bro.
Yeah,
like you ain't never been there, dog. You can't speak on it. Like this is better than what I'm saying. Like that's the epitome to me of what Paul George said. How can you talk championships? You ain't never held one, bro. That's number one. Number two, it's the Clippers, bro. They got about 7 fans making 1 million bot accounts. One of them just leaked over to my account. And these suckers, they have the world fooled, man. Listen, Bomber is rich. He got holograms in the stadium. Those are real people, man. Trust me. If you go up in there, you go like this, it's gonna go right through him. He got 7 fans and a bunch of holograms and a bunch of fake ads on the freeway. I done read some corny shit, man. I didn't read the corny shit. It almost made me crash this shit, bro. It was bad.
But Bum is actually losing money because he's not making the playoffs like they supposed to. I mean, they are making the playoff, but they're not going far. So he's actually losing money. And then with Paul George, it's like he reminds me of that girlfriend that was happy that they broke up with you, but they still talking about you. Like you still got our name in your mouth. Like if you are upset of not playing for the Lakers, just say that.
That's right.
You chose you and your 7 fans. Stay over there.
That's right. That's right.
This man is hurt, man. He's hurt because he knows the only way to stay relevant in LA is to talk about the Lakers. Nobody's talking about the Clippers. All of this time, they're talking about they want to get Russell Westbrook.
Please, by all means.
And all Laker fans is like,
be our guest.
The Laker fans are real classy. We're like, listen, if y'all want to have him, man, look, take him, man. They're gonna get so much better. It's crazy, man. Triple double. He comes with a fan base that don't even watch the games. They just talk about the highlights.
I've never rooted for a team to make a move, but this one will take the exception. Like,
man,
please get
Russ. That's the one right there, bro.
He fits in so well.
He fits in perfectly.
He fits in so well, and it's gonna be ironic because y'all mascot's a dodo bird. So go for it.
Tell me the mascot. Listen, tell me the mascot don't look like the owner, bro. I'll be tripping
Come on, man.
Yo, when they sit next to each other, I'm like that little Spider-Man
Who's
gift.
who?
Crazy, bro. I don't know. Listen, he got the only thing I admire about him is his enthusiasm, you know?
Man, hey, no, that's real. That's real.
I never see nobody almost damn near get a heart attack over the Clippers,
Hey,
bro. That's like me getting excited for a bingo match. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
I mean, how many buzz on your shirt is you gonna break my hearing? It's like
all I'm saying, all I gotta say is don't do drugs, kids. You know, whenever they look at the
owner, man, real talk.
This man right here, I don't know what he's on some perk or something, bro. He's on he's next level excited. I never seen that. He got more excitement than me at in his old age than I ever had in my youngest age. Like,
hey, come on, that's real, man.
You remind me of me when we used to go to Chuck E. Cheese and shit, man.
Oh man,
yes.
It's ridiculous. But, all right, look, enough Clipper hate, man. We got enough of that shit to feed the whole universe.
Hey, that's right.
A whole buffet.
So, all right, so y'all got Harden and Embiid. I said, the Flippers. If Russell Westbrook goes to the Clippers, man, we got to come up with a new nickname for them. What is it going to be, man? Right off the top, the Brick Bros. What are we calling them?
Hey, I did see a meme. Somebody sent me about the Brick Bros. I'm still loving the strippers. I gotta roll with the strippers, man. That's when I heard that, I bust every time I hear it.
Oh man,
they'll take you for everything you got.
Man. Wow. Shit, man.
Hey, the strippers, man. Hey, that's man.
I guess we can go with the strippers, man.
The strippers, man.
Love it, man.
And I'm not even trying to attack nobody's personal life, Paul George. But all right, so with the Mavericks, man, one of the final questions. With the Mavericks adding Kyrie on the roster, man, they're 0-3 since Luke and him have played together. Do you guys think they can make it, can they coexist and make a run in the postseason? Or do you guys think that's a team that's just not going to work because Luka needs the ball in his hands and et cetera, et cetera? What do you guys think?
I feel like they're a second round exit. I don't see them going deep because I mean, if you look at the last game, they were basically playing hot potato with one another. Like they have to figure out who's truly going to be the closer. Like, is it going to be Luka or is it going to be Kyrie? And you can't do that stuff on the fly. Like you got to get that together during practice. And so I see them as a second round exit. Yes, there are a dynamic duo offensively, but like with Phoenix, they don't have the bench. They don't have the pieces around them to get them to where they need to be, which is a championship. So yeah, at best they're gonna be a second round exit.
Okay. What you got, me?
I'm gonna double up on my man Don right there, especially on the last game I saw when Kyrie turned the ball over at the end. Not that nothing's wrong with a turnover, but you can see both of them didn't know what to do in that moment and didn't want to step on each other's toes. Maybe if he was there for the beginning of the season, they'd have that worked out. But at this time of the season, they're not an oiled machine, so I can see a second round. I can see a second round easy because that's going to rear its head up again in the fourth quarter of a playoff game where it's like, okay, what do I do? And that could be an issue.
Right.
Okay. Now we got a little incoming emergency question right here. Dan, how far do you think the Lakers can go? I'll take it. I'll take this one. I'll say if they gel, make the postseason, I don't think a team can stop us in 7. If we gel and firing on all cylinders, just because LeBron and AD, we've seen them with a deep team before. They went all the way. And remember, that season, nobody had pegged us to win the championship. They had said LeBron came here for movies, right? And all this stuff. So this season, nobody has us except Stephen A. He's a little, he's different, man. He sees a little momentum, he immediately jumps.
Stephen A. bandwagon.
Yeah, facts. So I'll say, I think we can go all the way if everything clicks, and that means AD's health, LeBron healthy as well, Coach Darvin Ham not getting cooked, and et cetera, et cetera. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna jump on that. I'm a bleed purple and gold, but I'm gonna take off the Laker hat, put on just my basketball hat. So my honest basketball perspective is these dudes can beat anybody 4 out of 7, as is with the depth that we have. Not being a Laker homer. But my issue, as you mentioned, is tight game, fourth quarter. against Phoenix with 4 minutes left, what is Darvin Ham going to do? Because I haven't seen him outcoach a single person this year. He gets cooked in those moments. That is my main X factor. Keeping us from a potential title is those closed out moments. Can Darvin execute? Can he make the right rotation decision? And that honestly is yet to be seen. But on paper, you ain't beating these boys 4 out of 7.
Big facts. Big facts.
Hey, I'm echoing what Mees just said, man. On paper, man, we could be anybody in the West. We could be anybody in the East too. I could see this team going all the way, but it's gonna have to come to continuity. It's gonna come down to health, and it's gonna come down to, like Mees just said, Coach Ham, because he hasn't outcoached anybody. Every coach that he's went up against has pretty much for the majority of the season outcoached him, and so. From that point on, like, what is he going to do in close game situations? Is he going to, stick with the lineup that's gotten them to the almost to the promised land, or is he going to make 1 or 2 mistakes? It's going to cost us a whole series. So Rob's like, hey, I got you the pieces that you need. Now it's up to you to do it. So yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah, look. We got a lot of question marks still left, right? Can we sustain this consistency we haven't had all season, right? Can we stay healthy? Can the coach? Can he do his job? So a lot of question marks still to be had. So nobody's here is proclaiming the Lakers will win the title, but we're saying we got the tools to do it now, because we definitely got the star power check. We got the bench depth check. We got shooting check, defense check, size check. So what are we really missing now, right? Just maybe some experience with this team, and also the better coaching, and of course the officials, man. My God, they've been horrible. So if they can get the fuck out of the way, then maybe they could let us play. That would be nice. So man, what y'all been up to lately, man? I gotta put the basketball to the side a little bit, man. What y'all watching any TV shows or anything, man, we could recommend to these wonderful Laker fans right here?
Man, what am I on right now? I'm on what's the show? The Mayor of Kingstown. Is it Kingstown? Yeah, Kingstown.
Kingstown?
On that one. Yeah.
What's that on? Do you know?
What I've been watching that on my bootleg channel, so I can't really put.
Okay. That's why I asked. I do the same thing. That's why I asked you. If you knew what it was on. What about you, D? What you been watching?
Oh man, you already know me. I'll be on the FBI series, FBI Everybody Most Wanted. I tried to get into FBI International, but it didn't quite sit well with me. So I'll be on my FBI series, man. Other than that, man, shoot. Hey, Forged in Fire, I'll be on Netflix. I'll be on Hulu, man, just checking out old shows and stuff. So yeah, man.
I watch a little bit of everything myself. Have you guys watched The Last of Us? That shit is a banger, man. Y'all haven't seen that one?
Still haven't. I heard it was crazy though.
Yeah. The zombies one, except for one episode I wasn't very fond of, but the series is really, really good so far. And then y'all never seen You?
I haven't heard of that.
Oh, you got to get into You, man. It's pretty crazy, bro. Pretty crazy, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna describe it here because I don't want to ruin it for everybody. But let's just say it's pretty crazy. Just check that out. It's already on season 3. It's on Netflix for those of you that are interested. So yeah, I've been watching a little bit of everything, man. But
and you got Fast X coming out next month. So
yeah. Wait, it comes out next month?
Yep. No, I'm sorry, May.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, they just brought the trailer, man.
Hey, matter of fact, make sure y'all check that Flash trailer, bro. The new Flash trailer.
Yes.
That looked hard.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Right.
My man Arthur echoed my sentiment, so he giving the stamp of approval right there, man. Definitely check it out. He also said check out Tulsa King. Have y'all seen that?
I heard of that. Tulsa King. I saw that trailer. I'm gonna have to pick that.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what that is, bro. I'm kind of like.
Blacklist.
I think that's the Sylvester Stallone one, right?
Oh, is it? Okay, I have to check it out.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was kind of like a mob one, if I'm not mistaken.
And then the new season of Blacklist supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks too. So I'm gonna be having to check that out as long as.
My man loves all the crime shows, huh?
Hey man, I'm a mystery type guy, man. I love, bro. I love the crime shows, man. I love digging into.
So let me see. Is because I like crime stuff too, but I love cop movies, even though I'm not a big fan of cops, but I like cop movies. Is Training Day one of your favorite movies?
Hey, I just watched that again 2 days ago, man.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite.
That's still a classic, man.
Hey, when I seen Vando make B.I.'s life a living hell basically last night, you going to be at Pelican Bay when I get done with you.
I love the quote, man.
Shoe program, 23 hour life. Training Day is like my wife. She don't like Denzel's role in that movie, but I love it, man. That's a
man. Come on, man. That's classic, man.
That's classic,
to me. Listen, I love a good villain, man. I love a good villain. A movie is only as good as its villain, in my opinion, especially when it's that category. So that's my favorite movie he ever made, and he made a gang of good ones. I mean, Man on Fire, the list goes on, right?
Oh man,
but that's my favorite performance by Denzel because I like movies that have twists at the end, right? By the way, go ahead, bro.
I was about to say, speaking of Denzel, what y'all know about it's one that's kind of been slept on a little bit. Deja Vu.
Oh, I love it. I love everything Denzel. I love
man. I basically love everything Denzel makes, man. Like,
I think he's the king of like drama and action, man. Yeah, I really do.
Deja Vu is another classic of mine. You know, Out of Time, Man on Fire, John Q. Like
John Q's my second favorite. Man, that shit made me want to take out my heart and give it to my family. How about the performance surgery and shit? I was in my feels, bro. I remember watching this movie in the theater and not wanting to cry in front of my family, dog. So I was like, why do you look like that, bro?
Was tough, bro.
Oh man,
that one was tough, man. But a lot of good movies. We can talk movies all day, man. He said thoughts on George Lopez drama. I don't know what happened with George Lopez, bro. What happened?
I didn't even know he had a drama.
I ain't
wait. We're talking about a show, or we're talking about real life drama?
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead and give us some more details on that, brother. Man on Fire is one of my favorites. The Book of Eli. Oh, that one's underrated.
The Book of Eli. Forgot about that.
Book of Eli is The Equalizer is hard too. Not gonna lie. By the way, here's an underrated movie for y'all to check out, and it's my guy Paul Walker. God rest his soul, man. Paul Walker was actually a great actor even before the Fast and Furious, or even in between making the movies. Movies called Running Scared, man. Very underrated. I don't think it gets talked enough about. If you like Training Day, it's gonna be right up your alley. It has a twist at the end. It's fucking awesome, man. Check out Running Scared.
Oh, for sure.
And give me some feedback because I'm a great movie picker person, man. I'm like,
check that out tomorrow. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, check it out. Running Scared with your boy Paul Walker. And that's the type of movie you want your whole family to watch because they can learn something, man, about survival on that, you know. So
plus my boys, they teenagers now, so I've been bringing them into.
Oh, that's why I ended up watching
some Denzel movies the other day. Just keep them up to what's going on.
Train them more early.
Now they can watch now.
Yeah, if they can watch rated R movies, that's definitely one to start them off on, man, for sure. What's your favorite comedy movies? Oh man, no, comedy's dead nowadays, in my opinion. Comedy's dead nowadays, so you can't say nothing without offending people.
Hey, that's fact.
But back in the day, man, listen, anything with Martin Lawrence, man, Blue Streak, anything with
Life.
I mean, oh my god, and so many great movies back in the day, man.
National Security
is hilarious, bro.
Rush Hour. Oh, Friday.
Chris Tucker, man, so underrated, bro. Chris Tucker is so underrated, man. I love the comedy movie genre, though, man. I always go back and watch the classic stuff, man. Chris Rock, everybody, man.
Yes.
Even Jim Carrey was hilarious back in the day.
Come on, man.
And Living Color, come on now.
I was putting them up on old Jim Carrey movies, and I couldn't show the whole movie, but showing them the end of Dumb and Dumber when the bus pulled up. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah. Yo. Oh my goodness, bro.
Larry the Cable Guy, Me, Myself, Bruce Almighty.
One of my favorite semi-modern day movies. Matter of fact, this is the last good comedy I saw in the movies. Was the one with Jonah Hill when they're in high school. Superbad. Superbad was like the last good comedy I saw in the movies that I can remember. I can't remember. It's been that long since I've seen a good comedy movie in the movie.
Does what's one of my favorite all time? I don't know if it counts as a comedy. Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, that's a great movie.
But I don't know if that counts as a comedy, but that's man.
Yeah, that's a great movie for sure, man.
Isn't that the one with
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo and John.
That dude's a beast. He got range too with his acting. It's
Man.
crazy. Bruce Almighty, yeah, everything Jim Carrey was funny, man.
Bernie Mac,
man.
Bernie Mac to me is the GOAT. It's the GOAT of stand-up comedy. I don't care what anybody say.
He's awesome. I gotta go with Dave Chappelle on that one, brother. As much as I love Bernie Mac, I gotta go Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, he up there too.
Everything he throws out there just makes me laugh, and there's very few comedians that can do that because people consider me funny, right? So I got a really crazy sense of humor. So you gotta come with it with the sense of humor. Bernie Mac is great though. Bernie Mac, God rest his soul.
So with that being said, who would you say is on your Mount Rushmore of comedians?
Ooh,
wow, that's a great one. All right, I gotta start Martin Lawrence, man. He's one of my favorite. Everything he ever did from the shows. Jamie Foxx, man. People sleep on him. This dude was comedy. Y'all remember the Jamie Foxx show? I love
it. Man, I love that. BET, I love it, man.
Will Smith, just because Fresh Prince and all of that, you got to put him up there. I mean, he's up there in my Mount Rushmore at least. I don't care about the latest events. That's not going to change my my hero, man. And then
one splash and you're a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Jim Carrey got to be up there, man. He's in there. Jim Carrey's in there.
Right.
And then my fifth one, I know I'm leaving somebody out, but I cannot go on with my list without putting Dave Chappelle. I mean, this dude, he's my GOAT of comedy for me.
I'm gonna roll with you on that. And as a matter of fact, if you guys get a chance, on Will Smith's YouTube, it's an incredible video of him and Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle coaching Will Smith to do his first stand-up.
Wow.
And the psychology behind it, it's an incredible, about like 15 minutes. It's an incredible video to watch him coaching Will Smith on how to do stand-up. And Will does his first one. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, listen, I miss the comedy genre, man. What was the last good comedy movie you guys saw? Can you remember in the movies? Not a classic you saw at home binging, but in the movies. Like the last good comedy that you left the theater crying, laughing. What was the last one?
I can't even remember one recently. Anything has been a throwback. Anything I can't remember the last time I've even seen a great comedy in the theater. I can't even remember.
Wait. Somebody asked about Kevin Hart. To me, I'll tell y'all about Kevin Hart. To me, I got tired of his short jokes, man. He was hilarious his first couple stand-up, but I feel like he played the same jokes out, man. And even in his movies, I feel like he coming with the same jokes, bro. So to me, I think he's just a tad bit overrated. I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's not just me. I've been saying that for the longest. And people was like, what you talking about? I'm like, the dude's not funny to me. Like
the thing is, if you know real comedy, you know what I'm saying? Like mediocre shit not gonna get you like that, you know?
Right.
But the modern day, the youth doesn't know like the comedy we grew up on unless their parents put them onto it, right? So to them, the comedy is very watered down. Man, listen, I saw somebody on, and not to sound like a hater, because hey, if that's your sense of humor, that's all you. But I was watching America's Got Talent with my girl, and this comedian dude, I don't know his name, and bro, literally my face was stoned. And everybody was dying. They gave him the golden buzzer. I was like, oh, man. If I went up there, I'd probably – one or two things going to happen. I'm either going to kill it or I'm going to get canceled. Because I'm old school comedy, man.
Yeah, me too.
One of the two.
Yeah, I grew up.
I like the comics that can make you think, man, and throw something in there you may catch later. That's what I love about Dave Chappelle. Even Cat Williams, for that matter, where you got to really think about it later and be like, that's what he meant. That's brilliant to me.
Right, and many people don't remember the Richard Pryor's, Eddie Murphy, and Raw. You know, Red Fox. You know,
Eddie Murphy's definitely a GOAT, man. It's hard to have only 5 because you know those guys are all GOATs. Everybody you mentioned, man. Like it's hard to just put a specific 5 up there, but man, all I know is that.
Speaking of Kevin Hart, check out his. Because it's the first time I saw him get out of the box. Check him and Wesley Snipes.
I love that movie. I love that. The show, right? It's like a 6-part show, right?
Yeah,
that was
that's
great.
The first time seeing him out of the pocket. I like seeing him in a whole nother energy. That was dope.
Well, he plays like a stand-up comedian under duress, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that one, bro. That was.
Me and my wife tried to watch that. I was like, nah.
You gotta give it a go.
It's a slow burn, but once you get past that first episode, it'll hook you. Man.
Okay. So I got to be a little bit more patient. Okay.
Yeah. some shows are like that. They're slow burners, man. If your attention span goes, you're not gonna watch it. You'll miss out on. You know what show? My favorite show of all time, and I never thought there would be a show that surpassed Fresh Prince for me. But if you want to talk about comedy from beginning to the end, all 9 seasons, The Office, man. You gotta watch it. You
totally underrated,
bro. When you start watching that shit, you think this shit is dumb. What is this crap? 3 episodes in, you're gonna love all the characters, man. The storyline and just oh my god, my homie Lonnie, man. I tried to put him onto it. He didn't listen to me until he dated some girl that put him onto it. And you know, one day he came to work with a shirt with the that's what she said shirt. By Michael Scott, bro. And I was like, you motherfucker, you saw this shit, bro. I've been telling you for the longest. He's like, bro, I had to see it with this girl, man. But I was
like, you want to know what's crazy? You know how you hear of a show so much, it's like you've seen it, but you haven't. I still, my cousin, my brothers, my uncles try to put me on The Office. To this day, I have not seen one episode. I've seen a bunch of memes. It's like I've seen it, but haven't. Everybody keep telling me I'm tripping. I love every nuance of comedy and have not seen that series yet.
I promise you, man, Michael Scott is probably one of the greatest comedians in sitcom history, man. When you see that shit, this dude, look, if you can't identify with his character, I don't know what to tell you, bro. If you're talking about somebody that had me in tears crying with the stupid shit he does on the show.
I'm on it since you said that, bro.
Listen. Bottom line is this. The show, this is what it is for anybody that don't believe me. This is what it is. It is a show about a paper company trying to survive in the 21st century, man. All right, and they do it like documentary style, right? But it's such a deep show because every character has his own personality, his own storyline. And then Michael Scott, the boss, he's basically a 9-year-old trapped in a 40-year-old body, bro. And you're gonna die of laughter when you see the shit that, like, the way he interacts. Like he sexually harasses his employees. He does all kinds of crazy shit, and he don't know that shit is wrong. You know, he don't know. He just thinks everything like he's the boss. Like he everybody should be my friend type shit.
Now you're gonna make me start binge watching it again, man.
Hey, I'm gonna have to keep it, man.
It's so good, bro. Matter of fact, to me, there's like one season where he's no longer in it. The show to me wasn't the same after he wasn't in it. You know? So this dude right here, man. Matter of fact, if I had to put somebody in my Mount Rushmore, I'm putting in Michael Scott, aka what's his name? His real actor name, his real person name. I forgot his name. Steve Carell. Yes, I'm putting him up there, man, just based off of this show, bro. He's in my.
I'm about to be on it, man. I'm on
it. Listen to me. And this is the key part. Anybody that wants to watch The Office that don't believe me, get past the first 3 episodes. Once you get into episode 4, you'll forever be hooked, man. And I know it sounds like a tall task, but it's not. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. Watch it, y'all. And we just dropped some nuggets for Laker Nation, man.
Hey, come on, man, for real.
Man, definitely hit that like button, man.
Please.
This was a fun one, guys. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. And if you guys want to shout yourself out, and I'll also post your socials on the description. Follow my guys, Dontario and Me's the GM, my second favorite GM after Rob Pelinka now. Follow these guys, man. They're great. These are my brothers, man. So definitely show them some love on social. Go ahead, man. Shout yourself out, brother.
Hey, man, it's Me's the GM, man. Y'all know what it is. Content coming soon, man. We about to hit y'all with an earthquake, man. It's about to be a problem in the streets. But hit me on Twitter. You know, I don't rant as much since we changed the roster, so now I can just sit back and enjoy the game. So we can enjoy it together. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Hey, by the way, I need to be on one of them gaming videos with you, man.
Hey, no, real talk, man.
On my spare time with my girl, my friends, when they come over, we do fair share of game, especially them fighting games. They get so good, man.
We be on that Injustice, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's a classic, man. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Dtlf.
Oh man, y'all know who I am. Done the Kingpin, man. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, man. I usually you catch me in some spaces, man. Nowadays, you know, your boy get all kind of invite, man. Join my space, man.
Oh, you've been on the space now? Okay, I see you, big dog.
Yes, hey, man,
big celebrity in the house.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
hey, I'm gonna have to drop in like a cannonball one of these days on your space.
That's right.
Oh man, hey man, anytime, man, anytime. But y'all can find me on there, of course. Follow the Kingpin Talks podcast. Go on there for your daily content of sports, life, relationships, music, general, all around, man. Love you guys, man, and it's been a pleasure being on here, man. For real,
man.
So follow me on,
bro.
Pleasure to have you guys. You guys are always welcome to come in, man. Talk hoops, have a good time. You're gonna have to send me a link to that podcast because I haven't had a chance to listen to it.
Okay,
but I definitely want to listen to it, man.
Me too, bro.
you definitely know what you're talking about. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good.
Such an honor, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, that's gonna wrap it up for another episode of Around the League / movie / TV show talk, man. We went in. Man. So if y'all want more of this, man, definitely smack that like button, share, subscribe if you already haven't, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace out.